Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? My name is Jason.
I'm Dr. Bob.
And welcome to the first episode of the Pixyl Podcast! Woo! At this point, I would have probably edited in like a live studio audience applause sound effect or something, I don't know. So...
like a bad, 80s sitcom.
Yeah.
God.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to probably the most scuffed podcast there is, and you'll find out about why in a moment. We have more than a few guests here with us. Some of you may already know from previous series that I've done on the channel, and some of them are new. So we're going to start off with Drake. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the audience, whatever. It's up to you. All right.
Hello. My name is Drake. I am kind of vibing over here. I'm tired, and yeah, what's up, bros? Yes.
Bros. Brotato chip.
That sounds actually kind of good.
Dude, yum.
All right, next. I refuse to call you gangstalicious.
You just
did. What's up, y'all? It's Gangstalicious. You can call
Oh
me
my
that
God.
for short.
Hi, I'm Lily. I've been here before.
Yes, you have. What series were you in, Lily?
Silent Hill
Yes.
2.
Yes. We need to record more of that. It's been a while.
We should, yes.
Yeah.
I liked watching you scream like a little girl.
I certainly don't. All right, next.
Hi, my name's Maya. I've never been here before. And
Woo! New guest, everybody! Welcome, Maya!
hello. Nice to meet you guys. And interesting fact about me is I'm a big tea lover, so I love tea.
Oh, me too. Let's talk tea.
All the tea.
All the teas, drama, and actual tea, you know.
All right, next.
Hey guys, I'm Plucky. What's going on? I aspire to be a supervillain. Right now I'm holding a right Twix in my left hand and a left Twix in my right hand, so I guess you could say I'm a
jeez.
degenerate.
That's a power
Oh
move.
my god.
Wow. The corporations are currently sending hitmen your way.
I think
Might
this
I
one.
inquire about your plans for world domination?
Bold of you to assume I'm going to dominate the entire world. Do you know how much work it would be to maintain dominion over the globe?
Very true.
I'm
All
just
right.
What
gonna
I'm hearing
eliminate
is
horses.
that you're a supervillain.
And-
We still have to
going
get
to
through
turn-
introductions.
Okay, I'll hold off.
Yes. All right, Sebastian, what's your name?
Well, I guess it's Sebastian. You may know me from Danganronpa or the best series, Sonic Heroes,
It is
Hey.
not the best
Hey.
series.
It is absolutely the best series.
and the very short-lived Minecraft series.
Yes, that is true. All right, next.
My name's Spooks. You may know me from it's also Silent Hill 2, Sonic
Mhm.
Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably something else that I can't remember right now.
Maybe.
Fun fact about
I
me,
think that's it.
bro. We were supposed to bring fun facts? I don't know anything about myself.
Why is that a movie?
Damn,
I need at least 20 minutes to think about something.
Identity is an illusion, dude.
Identity is an illusion. I don't know.
But it's an illusion we rely on, isn't that true?
Yeah.
No.
We
I
also
guess-
rely on time, but how well does that work?
I guess
Time is
There's
the
a lot
only
of
real
time.
measure. It's the
Time
only
is
natural
relative.
measure.
Guys, I think we all can agree that the only
Coward.
real thing that we can rely on is vibes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But vibes is just a combination of chemicals mixing in your brain. You're gonna trust
So
a
is
couple of
everything you
chemicals.
This man who thinks he
Perceived
knows
as,
stuff.
We're trying to get deep your brain in a jar.
Wait, okay, quick question.
Oh
How would you
my
measure someone's
gosh,
vibe?
My
Plucky!
word.
Plucky!
Plucky, we're not supposed to swear.
Oh, sorry.
Plucky, I'm taking off a gold star off of the sticker wall.
Wait,
This is a
got
thing we do
sticker
now.
wall?
There's a
This is a
sticker
thing we do now.
wall. I'm
I
taking
have
off a
stickers?
gold star sticker off of your sticker wall.
Wait, Jason.
Wait,
like,
how many
There
stickers do we
goes your
start out
good
with?
noodle star.
yeah, how do you?
We,
how
I've
much-
already
how
we
much
start
you
off
start
with 5 stickers. Getting
What
on the
happens when
channel
you
earns
lose
you
them
5.
all?
You get kicked off the channel.
How unfortunate.
There are ways to earn back sticker stars.
Okay, here's an idea. Everybody, say a curse word at the same time. Ready?
No,
One.
no, please. Please.
No,
I
so
am the
Jason-
editor here. I am begging. Come on.
Jason, if two people say a curse word at once and then
It's
it
okay,
cancels
JJ.
out.
I won't
It's
say anything
Pemba.
bad.
It doesn't
If we
can it
all
really
say
doesn't.
place.
It really doesn't.
Y'all, I have a fun fact now.
Okay,
What's
what's
the
your
fun
fun
fact?
fact?
My favorite Pokemon is Honchkrow.
Honchkrow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
That's a good Pokemon.
It
Okay.
is.
How do you feel about Murkrow though? How do you feel about Murkrow?
Murkrow's pretty cool too. I
Okay.
have a soft spot in my heart for Honchkrow.
Is it because
Murkrow's
of the
pretty darn
ascot?
up there.
The ascot?
No. I've been
Okay,
using
but how do you
Honchkrow on
feel
my
about
team
Lotad?
consistently. I love Lotad. Lotad is baby.
Ooh.
The other
Lotad.
evolutions,
Pokemon.
I don't like
Lotad.
Lombre, I don't like Ludicolo, I do like
Okay,
Lotad
yeah,
though, because
they're
Lotad's
Yo,
just a little
Ludicolo
man.
is the Pokemon you would bring to a party. That's the kind of Pokemon you would bring to a party. What kind of Pokemon are party Pokemon?
Minior.
I would bring.
I don't think I know enough
the
about that.
Champ because he can
Squirtle,
shotgun.
definitely.
Okay,
4 beers
literally
at once.
every single person started talking at the same time. I have
Yeah,
no
I
idea what
didn't.
any of you said.
Yeah, I did. I'm proud of myself.
All Pokemon are good Pokemon with the exception
is
of
correct.
Calyrex.
I don't.
You're not wrong.
Calyrex?
Yeah,
I think
What is Calyrex?
it's like
the new one.
The
It's a
new
new
like
one?
mythical
How do you
dude.
spell
Introduced in
that?
Crown Tundra.
Crown Tundra.
Calyrex.
Like it sounds.
Yeah, I just don't have
Oh,
Sword
the
and Shield, so
deer
people
one?
are talking about
The
Crown
big,
Tundra, and I'm
the
like,
big
what?
brain deer.
Is that what he
Yeah.
is? Is he a deer?
It looks like a
Bunny
deer.
Bunny
Looks like a
deer.
deer,
Me.
and he has a very big brain. I'm assuming that's it. That is
Looks like
its
Long
brain.
legs.
I
And
never
long
heard of a
legs
sad
to ride his
fun fact.
horse.
Hmm.
He rides a horse.
He rides a horse.
Oh, I don't like that.
I
horse,
thought
because the
he
horse is
becomes the
involved.
horse.
No, he rides a horse.
Here, I have a
Oh,
picture of him riding his
interesting.
Some
horse.
no course type stuff
get-
here.
It counts as 2 Pokemon in 1.
2 Pokemon in 1.
It's like
Also,
the
yeah,
physics
that's
of
the
no
thing.
horse.
When it comes to like Pokemon evolution, sometimes when it's multiple of the same Pokemon, that's considered an evolution. Like Magneton and Dugtrio and Wishy-Washy. Like, you just
Wishy-Washy
can't...
She doesn't
evolve.
evolve. What are you on, fake fan?
Oh, wait, no, not
Wait,
Wishy-Washy.
hold up.
I was
Wishy-Washy
confusing...
has like that ability.
It has
Yeah,
an
it's an
ability.
ability,
It's not
but
an
it's
evolution.
not an evolution.
But you know what I'm
Oh.
talking about, right? You just
Yeah.
can't take 2 Pokemon, press them together, and then say, "Congratulations, you have
Yes,
evolved."
you can.
No, dude, it's like when you're adopting cats. They're a bonded pair. You have to have both of them together.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you recognize them as 2 cats. Is
Nuh-uh.
that
They stay in
correct?
the same Pokeball.
It's a hive.
Yeah,
It's a
but
hive mind.
limited.
Yeah, it's a hive mind.
But what if
Mind.
someone But what if like a lone okay, what's the previous evolution of Dugtrio?
Diglett.
Diglett. So what if a lone Diglett wants to keep its independence, but then some trainer's like, "No, you're becoming a Dugtrio."
That's an
My
abusive
question
trainer. Easy.
What happens if there are 2 Diglets that
on,
get
so
together
what?
and sit in the same hole, but then they
Okay,
can't find
I'm
a
sorry,
third one?
like,
It's
I
a
don't want-
Doug duo. That's what that is.
I don't want to like cut into this conversation, but like I've never seen Pokemon, so I'm not sure what
Oh,
you guys are
true,
talking
true,
about.
true.
Last
I
time
do
I saw
I do
Pokemon, I
have
was a
some
small
topics
child.
that we all can talk about. Unless anyone has anything they want to talk about right now.
I would like to say, since sitting here, I have eaten 18 Twix bars.
18.
Real quick,
Why?
I think
Wow.
that
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Because I have a sugar addiction.
Wow.
Okay.
That
All right.
like you.
I got something to talk about. Okay, so this is something that I have discussed prior with Dr. Bob and Sebastian. So Dr. Bob, you have said that you sometimes make soap from your own body fat or body tissue. Is that correct?
No, I wish.
Whoa, what?
Wait, I thought you
I have
said you were into
questions.
making soap and everything.
I
Yeah,
know
but not from your own
but I
tissue.
haven't had the
Oh,
opportunity.
okay. Well, it can be done,
Jeez.
though. It can be done.
That's disgusting.
Yes, Sebastian's
The
volunteering.
question arises though: would you use that soap?
Exactly. Would
No,
you
I don't
use
think any
soap
sane
made
person
from...
would.
So, because if I recall, one of my English teachers, they were a big fan of Fight Club. And they said in Fight
Who
Club,
is this?
they would take their sweat and body fat and they would make soap out of it. And that
You don't
was
need
one
soap
of...
to make soap.
Or not sweat. I don't know I don't know
Or, like-
how to make soap, okay? I just
They're
know
boy
that
juice.
they make soap out of their
Okay, but like
bodies.
this defeats the purpose of soap. It's supposed to clean you, not
Yes, and
gross you
apparently
out.
it does clean. It does
You
clean.
can make your the fats in your body clean.
You can
Oh my
add
God.
stuff to it and make it like smelly and then make it like scented and make it actually like clean. So yeah, it could
Give it a
be
good
actual
lather.
legitimate, like a bar of soap. You can make a bar of soap. So the question is, we got to a hypothetical.
That's real
so
gross, dude.
what if I were to make a bar of soap from my own body, and then I were to come to you, and then I would be like, in order to prove your friendship to me, you must
God.
bathe. You must bathe with this bar of soap.
These were my friends.
You must bathe in my body fat to prove your friendship.
Straight up asking me the questions.
How do you
respect,
feel
I
like
wanted
door with
It's
that?
so
I would
cursed.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So the question is, if a friend would to come up to you, let's say a good friend, right, and they were to tell you, in order to prove your friendship, you must bathe in a bar with a bar of soap made from their body. Would
I'd
you?
do it. I wouldn't care. But my question is,
can't
where do
be
you
homies
get the
if we
fat
can't bathe
from?
in each other's essences?
Where do you get the fat? How do you extract
how do you
the
extract
lipids
that?
from your
Surgery?
body?
Would you do that via
Well, I
surgery?
told y'all how I was gonna do it.
You're gonna give yourself a surgery to make soap?
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's
You're
so
gonna
like
have to-
convoluted.
no
What-
thing.
Okay, you guys are like
if
missing.
it's a
Okay, no.
byproduct.
You're not
Okay, wait.
going through surgery just to make soap, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be taking out the kidneys, and while I'm there,
Okay, so guys, I'm a fat child. I will take any reason to remove my fat via surgery.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright,
And
I
then
give
you can
Drake
make a
a
bar of
black market
soap out of it and then
liposuction.
sell it. There you go. And then hey,
Yeah,
if
if
you
I can
sell
make,
your
like-
soap, you can pay off it'll help pay off the hospital
Buy
bills.
college debts.
Yeah.
Okay, but like you guys are missing like the biggest
to the black
red flag
market.
though.
What's
Unless
the
a
biggest
friend
red
came
flag?
up to you and it's like you got to prove your friendship by washing like my body.
Yeah, why do I
fat.
gotta
What if it was like a
Red
friend like
flag.
what if it was like an initiation thing? Like in order to be closer to
gross.
me as a
Fat
friend, this is
posing.
what you had to do.
No, I think it's more of like in order to be a part of our sorority.
Yeah,
Frat.
okay. So would you do it
So is
if
this
that
sort of
was the
cult?
case then?
No.
No,
No,
not at
I
all.
already have like no interest to be part of a sorority. No.
Yeah,
Honestly,
same.
I would do
Okay,
it.
but if I
like, a
wanted
friend
to
came up
be,
to
I'd
me.
just find another one. that
Would
didn't
you
require
do
me to
so?
bathe.
You're saying that you wouldn't
Someone.
do it for a sorority fraternity and you wouldn't do it for a friend.
Nope.
But what
I
if it
would
was
not
your
do that.
best friend? Like you've been
No.
friends.
Well, if they
No.
require me to prove my friendship to them, then they're not my friend.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's a red flag. I don't.
So
What
what
if
if
they're
what if they
not
call
proving
what
it,
if they asked for a favor? I don't know
Yeah, what if
why
they
I'm
just come up
going
to you
with
and they're like,
this.
"Bro, I made a soap out of my own fat. You want to try it out?" Then what?
Then I would say, yeah, like, okay, if are you gonna die if I don't try it? Yeah.
It's for fuzzy.
Wait,
fine, but
would
okay.
you use this soap to like wash your hands or like wash your entire body? Because I feel
No,
like
you gotta take a
Yes.
shower. You gotta take a
Oh, come on.
shower with that soap.
You must
Ew,
bathe in your
no.
essence.
Oh god,
Yes,
I'm already
exactly.
imagining, like,
My
all of
hands.
you.
Fellas,
It's
is it
so
gay to
cursed.
slather your body in a soap made from your best bro's fat?
See, that is in my opinion, that is like the highest level of friendship there is.
No, it's
That's
not.
like a
That's the highest
strange
level of greediness.
Reaction to any of this. This is so disgusting. I want to throw up.
It is. It's
New
cursed.
serial killer idea.
Oh
Let's
my
change the
gosh,
subject.
yeah.
Let's
You
change the
could
subject,
totally write a book about
please.
like a serial killer who makes soap from their
It's
victims.
like
Please
Silence
write a
of the
book about
Lambs
this.
Part 2.
Oh my gosh.
And they just have a giant collection of different soaps of all their victims.
Oh
Each person
my
gets a different
gosh.
flavor.
Guys, I love you.
This was-
This subject. This is really gross.
Okay,
I
we
genuinely
can
do
do
want to
that.
throw up. I
Okay.
had soup tonight, and I don't want to tuck it up.
All right, so this is something that I've observed when watching award shows. So you know, you always get
Never watched them.
celebrities on the red carpet, and then they do this sort of maneuver where they touch cheeks while making a kissy motion or face, right? So
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? Whenever you see that happen, the celebrities do it so naturally. They always just go up to each other and then they touch cheeks and then it's like some kind of like kiss or whatever. But here's the thing, right? So let's say you're a celebrity and you're on the red carpet and this is your first time on going to an award show. You're on the red carpet and whatever. And so you see some other celebrities, right? And you go up to them and in your head you're thinking, I'm a celebrity now. I can do this. I can go up to them and do like the cheek thing, right? But there's always a little part of you that tells you, but wait, what if you go up to them, lean to them, and try to touch cheeks, but then immediately they sort of like back off and then they look at you weirdly, and it's all of a sudden you've created a super awkward moment. The cameras are everywhere. The news stations are proclaiming like you just got rejected by celebrity XYZ. So how would you go about approaching someone to do that little maneuver?
Okay, bro, have you seen me? I don't think anyone's gonna reject me.
So you would go up to there with full confidence.
Probably. Okay, see, I was raised in my culture. This whole cheek kiss thing is not new to me, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is pretty normal stuff, right? You go up, you do your little cheek touch, little like air kiss, and then you're like, peace.
No, wait. Okay, hold up, Lily. I'm also I'm also from like the same culture where cheek kissing is like the same, but okay, you shouldn't be stressed out of whether the person will reject you. You have to be stressed out over the fact of how many cheek kisses they will give you.
Yeah, that's what you're stressed out
Yes,
about. Because it's like, is it
Because-
2? Is it 3? What are we doing?
What's the number? What's the optimal number? And if they give you more than other celebrities, does that mean you're like a special person?
Okay, no, but I will say, usually with cheek kisses in cheek kiss cultures, if it's like someone that you're not like close with or that your family's not close with, I think that like 2 is like the normal number. You don't really do 3 unless you really actually know each other or know each other's
like if it's like my grandmother, I would give her like 3 or 4 or even 5 of them, right?
Yeah,
Who
right.
knows,
Like you just
right?
keep going.
Yeah.
But when it's like some random celebrity type of thing, then like I think it's pretty much 2, possibly even just 1.
But, and it also like differs from culture. So like in France, I think like men and women would like cheek kiss normally, like even like between opposite sex. But in in Arab cultures, it's not only like the women that would do it. And then when like a woman came,
men don't really. Well, I mean, men do.
Men do it, but like when it's like a man and a woman and they're strangers, it's more like a handshake.
It's just a handshake, yeah.
Yeah.
In France, it would be both genders.
But still, there's still the chance that you go up to RDJ, you try and do the cheek thing, and then all of a sudden he backs off, and he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Here's what I would do. I would skip the cheek kiss entirely. I go straight in for a full-on lip kiss.
Oh, there you go. That's how you establish. That's
You
how
just
you
dive
establish
right
your
on it.
dominance.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Power
yeah.
move on the red carpet.
Power move on
You're not
every
gonna mess
single
with me anymore.
celebrity there is.
You know, when you go to prison, you beat up the toughest guy on the red carpet. You just
You
make out with
kiss.
everyone.
You make out with everyone.
You guys are actually insane.
I mean, go big or go home, I guess.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I think you
Okay.
guys are actually insane.
We are.
Insane.
And
Yeah.
that's the
What's wrong
draw
with that?
though.
Definitely
That's why
insane.
people tune in to the show because
Do
we're
people
insane.
actually
Usually I have
tune into
brain
the show?
worms.
This is episode 1.
Well, I mean,
Bro, the
usually
show
when it
isn't even
comes to
on yet.
first that is
Oh,
true,
whoa.
but when it comes to first episodes of series, usually they have like the highest number of views. Hopefully this will reach double-digit views. Hopefully. Okay, so I don't know if any of you had this concept in your elementary school. Are any of you familiar with scholar dollars?
What?
What
are you talking about?
What?
Even.
No, no one
No.
here had the scholar
No.
dollars.
Okay. Forms of
Okay.
fictional currency, but
So, 4th grade. This was a 4th grade exclusive thing in my elementary school. They tried to establish a 4th grade economy. So they introduced scholar dollars, right? And for every good thing you would do, you would earn like a scholar dollar or something. And scholar dollars were used for like everything. You wanted to go use the bathroom, 3 scholar dollars. You wanted to go out and take a sip of the water fountain during class, 2 scholar dollars. And in like the 4th quarter, middle of the 4th quarter, there would be this sort of bazaar in a way, and people would bring things from home, or they would make some sort of arts and crafts, and they would sell them for scholar dollars. And essentially, it was like, they just tried to introduce an economy, the 4th grade economy, tried to teach kids about money and everything. So none of you had this before.
I have something similar. I have a fun story about it if I'm willing to share, if it's okay.
Say again?
Jason, this was at our elementary school, right?
Did you go to that elementary school?
Yeah, I transferred at close to the end
Were
of
you there for
4th
4th grade though?
I was there for the bazaar, and I made a bunch of clay snakes. I was so proud of them.
Nice. See, I'm
I did
glad
not
one
make very
person
many scholar
remembers.
dollars. They did
That's
not
okay.
When I was in 5th grade, we were doing a unit on like the American Revolution, and in order to understand like the frustration of the colonists or whatever, we were each assigned a job, and we got money every week depending on the job, and we were just assigned them. So it was like fake capitalism, and it was sucked. And we would get taxed. We would get taxed for everything. So the same thing. Like
There
you
were
saying,
taxes?
Yeah, so you did have to pay for the stuff, like you were saying, like going to the bathroom, taking sips from the water fountain. But also, if you were the line leader, you got taxed. If you were the tail, you got taxed.
Was there a fake IRS as well? Like the principal wearing like a shirt that said IRS if you failed to pay your taxes.
He was Georgie.
Oh my god.
Our teacher was Georgie, and he would like punish you if you didn't pay your taxes. But so basically what we did is, because there were also slaves who got no money, and that sucked. And then there were people that got a whole bunch of like the fake
Hold on.
coins.
Y'all had slaves in this class?
Yeah, because it was colonial simulation. We all just kind of met at like under the playground, like under one of those slides. And we would gather together, and we would just pool our money together, and then just split it evenly. So then the taxes wouldn't really affect us anymore.
Isn't that like communism?
Yeah.
That's
yeah. We made communism in our 5th grade classroom, and so yeah, we were supposed to like try to understand why the colonists were mad at and like wanted to claim independence, but instead we just invented communism.
Oh my god.
I so respect that. Oh my gosh, that's my new favorite thing.
I'm still stuck on the fact that y'all had simulated slavery.
Oh yeah, can you like address that, please?
Wait, I missed that part. You guys had simulated slavery.
Yeah, so everyone was assigned like a role, and so some people would be like, doctors and lawyers and like plantation owners, and they would
And
get
some
like
people were slaves.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
the
social
high
class.
would get like 20
The top
it was
5%.
and then there would be like slaves that got nothing, and indentured servants that got nothing.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Please tell me that at the very least, it was truly randomly assigned and not
Yeah.
like
We drew
quote
out of a
unquote
hat. Like, it
randomly
was
assigned.
not,
Yeah,
it
drew
was
out of a
not
hat.
actually
Okay,
based.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Guys. So this reminds me from what like Plucky was talking about. This reminds me of like a psychology case study where they like assigned these high schoolers or college grads.
Oh my god, no, I hate that. I know what you're talking about. I hate it.
Yeah, and like they were so in deep with like their roles. Like my question to Plucky was the plantation owners and like the slaves like really in deep with their roles to the point where
they hated each other?
Not in the social class sense.
Wait, are you talking about the Stanford prison experiment?
Yes.
Yeah, I assumed they were. Some people would roleplay. I was a farmer, and so I'd be like, I gotta go out and tend to my tobacco. But besides that, Karl Marx said that all struggle ends up in class struggle, which then ends up in communism, right? That's basically what happened, is we didn't really have any like real class struggle because we eliminated it immediately. So if you were like wanting to pretend to be your role, it was just kind of like you like having fun on the playground. Like no one like
eliminated the middle class.
we eliminated all of the classes. We were the same class.
Down with the classes.
We created a universal proletariat.
Wow.
That's honestly, I respect
Snap.
We were 11. It was awesome.
I applaud.
Okay,
Right?
so
Yeah.
you
your ways.
So on the topic of weird elementary school things,
yeah.
I just want to share about the time we put dead bees on sticks and then hand pollinated flowers.
Actual dead bees?
What?
How did you get dead bees?
The teacher just handed out a bunch of dead bees and we put them on sticks.
The teacher had dead bees? Oh my gosh. And you didn't question it or anything?
What
Maybe
kind of
like one of their
sociopath
relatives.
Teacher?
Maybe one of their relatives was like a beekeeper, They just had a lot of
Hello,
bee
children.
corpses.
Here's a handful of dead bees.
Here's a handful of dead bees.
Was a petting zoo owner.
Bee carcasses, go play.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fun fact: my third grade teacher was a petting zoo owner. Like she had camels and zebras in the whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
And apparently, she had a wallaby at some point, or a kangaroo, or some sort of creature like that. It escaped and got hit by a truck at one point.
Oh.
So the entire village's meme was wallaby or like kangaroo Xing, and I was like, that is super dark.
Wow.
It's so dark, dude.
In second grade, we had
welcome to Fit and Mango, bud.
we had pet grasshoppers. And then so you know how like in elementary school they would put your desks in sort of like clumps, like groups of 5?
Yeah.
So each group had their own sort of like
like theme.
Grasshoppers. Like, well, no. We so there's like this transparent plastic box that had 4 or 5 grasshoppers in, and there's like mulch, grass, some dead branches. And so we had grasshoppers for second grade, but next year when we went to the third grade, and then we noticed that the second graders didn't have grasshoppers anymore. They had small baby chickens, and I felt so scammed. Like we had freaking bugs for our class pets. But no, they had actual so they started off as like little baby, like little eggs, and then they had like a the incubator and everything, and then they hatched, and then like they like the student, like the kids all got to like pet the little baby chickens and everything. It was so cute and everything. And I'm like, why couldn't we have that when we were back in 2nd grade? Why did we have to get grasshoppers? One of the grasshoppers in our group ate the head off of another grasshopper.
Yeah, grasshoppers will mess you up. They don't care.
Yeah, I had to find out the hard way that they were omnivorous. We had a similar experiment, except it was in 9th grade in biology class, and we went around the campus collecting our own bugs for our own ecosystem. And my group, we thought we were so lucky because we found this grasshopper, and we're like, man, like no one else has found this grasshopper. You know, everyone had like some moths, some ants, maybe a bee. We were the only one with the grasshopper. We get back to the classroom, poke holes in the lid, you know. I look over halfway through class, and this grasshopper like jumps up to the ceiling and just tackles a moth from like in the air, pins it down, and just takes a chomp out of it. And this moth
in the class,
its wings and grabbing its little feet, and it's trying to survive. And this grasshopper just starts eating it alive.
Yikes!
And we just are gathered in horror as it's being eaten alive, and you can just like imagine its tiny little cartoon cries in agony, like no, me.
Yikes!
It dies halfway through, but as soon as it dies, the grasshopper like loses interest. Like he's like, oh, okay, like so we figured like, oh, he's eaten enough, right? A few minutes later, he tackles our bee.
Oh,
took
down
like,
a bee!
On the side of our tin, he like jumps onto the side of the tin, drags the bee down, has its legs like wrapped around the bee, starts biting into the bee.
He's a gladiator.
The bee is like buzzing like.
Oh no!
And the same thing as the moth. Like as soon as the bee dies, the grasshopper's like, I'm done with you. Like he won't even finish eating the corpses.
Oh my gosh!
So that's when we decided that we needed to give him a name, and we named him Ted Bugdy.
I think I've been scarred.
Ted Bugdy.
Oh my god.
On the subject,
And then we put him back outside and changed bugs so that we could actually have like a proper ecosystem.
Yeah.
He would continue his reign of terror elsewhere.
On the subject of voracious insects, the armored ground cricket, when attacked, will squirt its own blood to blind its attacker.
Yes, I heard that a reptile does that as well. That a species of reptile
hate that.
do that.
This thing.
They squirt blood out of their eyes.
The big caveat there is if any other armored ground crickets smell its blood, it'll think that it's wounded, and they will all converge and try to cannibalize it.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Dang!
You
imagine if we could just squirt blood out of our eyes.
I have a bug-related story.
That's terrifying.
Wait, hold on. Before we go back, can I like I have like a it's pretty I want to call it it's funny / scary elementary school story from my
yeah, I've got a couple of my own actually.
Yeah. So my elementary school, right? It was in a different country, right? And we were in a country where there was like a war going on, and I think I know this. Yeah. So my elementary school, it was the only English school around like the other schools because like I couldn't speak the language at the time. So I remember, I don't even remember. No, yeah, I remember the teachers were like making us go through a drill, or we had to like hide under our desks or whatever. And it wasn't until years later where like I like found out the reason why they made us do this. It was because there were terrorists or whatever coming to our school and like threatening like to shut down the school. And like the school actually did shut down, so I didn't go to school for a couple of months.
Oh, dang.
So like I was going through life like oblivious that like, you know, there's these group of men that were like threatening my school to shoot it up, and I was like, what?
Oh, yikes.
Is it better that you find out after?
I think it was better that I found out after, because like if I found out at the time, like my child mind would like probably break down, you know?
Yeah,
I would be panicking, yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be broken at that point.
But like, yeah, but like right now at my time of this, like at this point of my life, where I just like find it funny. I was like, girl, you're so dumb. How did you like not notice anything going around with you?
Well, it always made me really angry, like when we had like lockdown drills and stuff, and people would be like,
yo,
like,
I have such a funny lockdown story. Okay, this is middle school, 7th grade. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so we were in a lockdown drill. We were all huddled up in the corner of the room, and then our teacher was telling us that, if this was a real like lockdown situation, they would actually just take a chair and then just bash out the window, and we would all escape. And then my 7th grade self said, but would you be able to pay for the window? And then everyone started giggling. And then we were all trying to hold it in because, you know, it's a lockdown drill. You have to stay silent. So it's just a couple of like snickers going on in like a very like in the classroom. And I ended up getting like lunch detention for the day. It was so funny.
Wow.
It was I don't know why, it's not even a funny joke, but the fact that literally everyone started laughing, but then they were all trying to hold it in so bad, but failing. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
The fact that you were worried about the window is so pure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so
like,
funny.
I feel like that says something about our economy because, like, when you're in like a life or death situation, like your priority is like, oh God, I'm going to die. But at the same time, this is like something that I think about like all the time. So like in superhero movies, right? Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, stuff like that. You think about like, how do they pay for all the damage? Because like cars are totaled, you get entire cities basically blown to bits. How do they pay for all that?
Superhero insurance.
Taxes.
Yeah, but like I feel like when you're like in a life or death situation, like Jason, you were in, it's like after that, your main priority is how am I going to pay for that window that I bashed out because I just wanted to live.
I feel like in an individual situation like that, you're probably like compensated. Like the school board like leader isn't gonna come to your house and be like, Jason,
yes,
why'd you knock out that window? I need your parents to pay for that window. Like they don't understand.
Looking at American economy or like American like money politics, I guess. I feel like they would try to do that because we're all just super broke and super in debt. So like, hey, can you pay for this?
They definitely would.
It's like, well, sorry. Sorry, that's just like a little rant on Politicio.
Realistically speaking, schools are like public property, so then taxes that go into public property will be the ones to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, I want to hear Sebastian's bug story. Can we backtrack a second?
Oh yeah.
My story was just the one time in one of the schools I went to, where they gave us breakfast. I found a dead mosquito inside of one of them.
Oh, yikes!
No.
Big yikes!
Would you rather find a live mosquito?
I can't tell if it was alive or dead when made into a mosquito. So
it's like biting into an apple and then finding only half of a worm.
But that was supposed to be my breakfast, and they did not replace it. So I just went without eating breakfast that day.
Oh, that's not good.
Dumb of them. Like, why wouldn't they replace it?
I don't know.
You guys do the thing like when you guys were little, like elementary school. Did you guys do the thing where like you and your friends would get together and compete in who could make like the most disgusting concoction out of your lunch foods?
Oh, I didn't do that myself, but there were definitely groups there.
I didn't participate in it, but I saw it all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were all we all bore witness at some point to that.
So disgusting.
No, I've never witnessed any of that. This is new to me.
Oh my
You've never seen like people
mix
I've seen
all the nastiest
seen
stuff
people
together.
take-
They do like chocolate milk with like
chocolate
ketchup.
milk and ketchup,
Yes.
mandarin
Yeah.
oranges, and then dump it
Yeah.
all on their tray.
Yes. And you gotta mix it up too. You
They
gotta
would
get,
never
like, the
eat it though. They
consistency.
would just make it and then
they
look
would just
at it
mix it.
You
like they were
don't have to eat
Dr.
it.
Frankenstein or something.
Yes. You just have to make the most disgusting food possible.
And show it off
What
to
are
your
the
friends
best
like,
things
hey,
about
does this gross you out? Haha, weak.
I didn't have friends at in elementary school, so can't relate.
Sebby, that's so sad.
Thank you. I was bullied.
Oh, mood? I didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
started.
what everyone can relate on. Woo!
I was only bullied once
Thank
in
you very
kindergarten.
much.
Ooh, I
Guys,
was
think I
bullied.
just my entire building shift.
Dude, I was bullied for being like raised in America. They called me the American girl.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Okay, wait, hold on. I feel you on that one. Because I was in elementary. I was in Colombian. Like they didn't specifically make fun of me. They more like, hey, I want you to help me with this English class, this English homework. And if I said no, then they were like, oh, I can't say swear words.
More editing time. Thank you.
Every time you call attention to it, it stops the conversation in its tracks.
Yeah.
That is true, but it also does
Yeah.
make the waveform more visible so that I can just look at it.
Okay,
But,
anyway.
okay, continue.
I was just gonna say, like, every time they would ask, like, can you help us with English? And I said, no, try learning it yourself, because, like, in my mind was like, they won't learn if I just do it for them. And I was like, if you do it yourself, you'll learn. Trying to be nice, and they just went like, guess you're not my friend then, spits on my face and gets out.
Yikes! Were they ever your friend in the first place?
I helped the English teacher. I helped the teacher in her lessons in elementary. That's...
Dude, so like I was one of like I was like for a time period I was like the only American, like the American girl who lived in America, or American girl at my school. It wasn't until like maybe a year or two after this boy who also came to America came, and the whole school literally rallied around us, and they're like, y'all should get married. You know, you're both from the same country. You know.
What?
Oh my god.
I have two gay friends, and they have nothing in common other than the fact that they're gay. But then people are like,
No
"We should get
kids.
together."
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it was so weird. And then the boy who was also from America was repulsed by me. So
Oh no!
Wait, were you repulsed by him? Was this like a mutual
no, he
repulsion?
just didn't like me. So he whenever he saw me in the hallway, he would run away.
It was probably because he was like, ugh, everyone ships us together, but I don't want to be with this chick. Cooties.
Exactly.
You said that if he saw you in the hallway, he would run away.
Yeah, he did not like me just because I was also from the same place as he was. I was trying to be his friend.
Okay,
I was like,
but
hey.
what if he was in the hallway, he saw you, and then in his mind he thought, oh, it's my one true love, and then it just immediately runs away.
Jason, you said my name.
Maya.
Oh crap! Okay. I'm so sorry.
It's just
I'm so
remember
sorry.
when I was 11.
You lose a gold star.
I lose a gold star. No.
Wait, I also have another funny story. So, because I was the one American kid in that whole school, and with being American, I was also the whitest kid. So one day a photographer comes in and takes photos of our class, and I'm like, okay, guess we're doing this. A month passes. I'm on the bus. Everybody in the bus immediately, like, we're close at the school. Everybody in the bus immediately goes, yo, Sebastian, look, it's you. I turn, and outside the school there is a huge billboard promoting the school with my face on it.
Your face was on a billboard?
Like, it's not exactly a billboard, but like it's like a huge it's almost like a billboard, but like cloth and not billboard-ish, but like it was huge, a huge sign.
Like a very large banner?
Yeah, that. I forgot the word banner exists.
Just remember Minecraft.
True. Okay. But it was a huge banner with my face on it promoting the school, and I'm like, hello? Because
you're famous.
You're famous
have to like
now.
ask your parents for permission or something.
They did not. They never asked.
Sure.
Wow.
They never asked. They never asked. It was on the website too. They took it down now, but I think I may have found a photo, and I can't tell if that's me or not.
Wow.
Dude, speaking of photos on like elementary school websites, so to this day on my old elementary school website, there's a picture of me in like a garbage bag with like tape all over it and like this paper skull mask, right? And I vividly remembered me like because I was like an overachiever back in elementary school, right? And I remember like thinking my teacher told us if you memorize this whole song, you can dress up as a garbage bag and with a paper skull. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna do that. I did it. I got the role.
That's some incentive. I've always wanted to dress in a garbage bag.
Yeah. So like to this day, there's this photo. Like I kid you not. Like I could send you like the link to the old website, and you can see me. Like obviously my face is covered, but like I know my body shape, and I'm like that is me. It's been like so many years since like I think it's like back in 4th grade. I'm in college now. So it's like, when are they going to update their website?
Wow.
Probably not. Just not ever. Like,
Never
I think that
update
you look
their
so
website.
pretty in that garbage bag because it's such a great representation of what you truly are.
Oh, that's funny, Lily. That is funny.
I'm sorry though, you're not actually trash.
Yeah, I know. I'm gold trash. That's what I am.
I'm just glad that I'm not the only
Gilded
person who's worn a trash bag at school before.
Oh wait, what's the story behind that?
Oh, I was in middle school and I was like, haha, I'm so quirky, and I decided to like make an outfit out of trash bags and wear it to school because I was stupid.
Ooh.
You know, I do want to say something though. When Sebastian mentioned the billboard thing, it reminded me of something that happened to me when I was in middle school. What's it called? So I was in theater, right? But I did like the tech stuff, right? Like the building of the sets and all that, right?
Wait, was this back like in high school when?
Well, I mean, I did it in high school too,
okay.
but like this was in middle school, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And what's it called? So we were doing a play, and I was backstage, like making sure everything's like going the way it's supposed to go in the play, right? And so at the time I had braces, right? And I have never broken a bracket. You know, for all my braces people, yes, I am bragging right now.
That's
never.
insane.
Yeah, never. I never broke a bracket. I never anything, right? Like my braces were solid.
You can break brackets?
Yes, you can. You can.
Shut up, Spooks. You have Invisalign.
No, I had braces too.
You can break brackets.
As someone who's never had braces, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Isn't Invisalign just on the other
thing
side?
That's on your teeth? What?
Isn't Invisalign just on the other side of your teeth?
No, Invisalign is like clear plastic things that are in the shape of
right,
your
but
teeth
it's not. It's not on the front of your
like
teeth.
Just
is
the
it?
retainer.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a series of retainers.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But what's it called? So I never broke. Okay, for people who don't know what brackets are, they're like the little, you know, the square things, the metal little square things that are on each tooth in braces.
Wait, how do you break that though? It looks like it's like
it breaks.
Typically,
it's also like glued onto your teeth, so like the glue can also like come off, and then like you just have a loose bracket. There,
oh God!
Right, or like the actual bracket breaks.
That's common, but it's not fun.
Yeah, yeah, but like I never broke a bracket, and I was very proud of myself for that. Anyways, so I was backstage, and I don't know why. Like in other plays, they would like hang like little like Christmas lights or fairy lights in the like back because it's dark, right? But people are moving around like between one side and the other, so like you can't really see much, right? But for some reason, like this play, we never hung any lights, so it was kind of hard to see. And I had to like walk from one side of the stage to the other because someone had like a little malfunction on the other side. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like going back to the side that I was supposed to be at the time that I was supposed to be. And literally someone, I don't know who it was, but someone like bumped into this like side thing, and it had like a billboard on it. And the billboard fell, and it literally smacked me across my face.
Oh, no. See, that's how you become Flat Stanley.
Dude.
I got slapped by a billboard, right? And it broke 2 of my brackets.
Oh.
Right? This was the only instance that I ever broke a bracket. The only instance when I got slapped by a billboard. It literally fell and slapped me across the face. And I was like, oh my God. And it made like a loud thud. And like all the other people that like weren't on stage at the time came to like see what happened. And I was there, like my mouth was bleeding. And I was just like, I don't know what happened. I didn't know what happened.
And
they made you know, like how in there's plays, there's like an intermission in the middle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They called it right then.
Oh no!
I know, it was so.
So this was like during the show.
They literally like put a pause on the show and were like, "Yeah, we're like intermission time was already pretty close, I think." But they were like, "Okay, let's have it right now, right?" And I was just like, "Guys, please, right?" And everyone was just like, Lily, oh my God, are you okay? And I was just there like, I can't believe it broke my brackets.
You're more concerned over your brackets,
so nobody cares how bad it is.
What?
The good thing is that it's the middle school play, so like middle school play.
It was fine, you know.
Dude,
but literally,
you were more concerned over your broken brackets than the blood that was coming out of your mouth.
Well, it was fine. It was just because, like the inside of my lips like got cut from like the hit and everything.
Oh,
but yeah, like it wasn't like I wasn't like seriously hurt. It was just like a huge stun, and then I was like, I don't know what happened because it was really dark, and I was just like, what hit me? What's going on? I can like taste blood in my mouth. What's happening?
What are like the craziest injury stories that you guys have?
Oh, okay. This happens to me like last year, and this relates to like teeth as well from Lily's. So last year I went to the dentist to like fix my cavities. I had like a buttload of cavities, right? So on the first week, I went to do my first half. And mind you, before that, I've never gone to the dentist before because I've never had dental insurance. So when I finally got some, I'm like, let's go fix those cavities. So I went into this dentist I've never been before. And I guess it's common knowledge that you're supposed to eat something before they put like a buttload of drugs into you, you know, and like anesthesia and all that. So I didn't know that. And I woke up at like 7 a.m. My appointment was at 8 a.m. And I didn't eat breakfast, and then I didn't eat dinner the night before as well. So I went and I got my first half of my mouth done with cavities, right? So I think like halfway through the procedure, like I could feel myself getting dizzy, but I figured it was just because I was just lying down for so long that once I got up, I'll feel okay. So I got up, I made the other appointment to do the other side of my mouth, right? And half of my mouth is like numb, I couldn't move it. So I was just like trying to like do this quickly so I can go home and rest. And I walked out of the office, and it was like in this like big office building, right? So I was like maybe 10 feet away from the door where like I like keeled over, I vomited, and then I collapsed. Like I straight up just like collapsed. And like I was like half conscious, half not. I think in like that state, I saw like a security guard just walk past me, and I'm like, dude, like
everybody do the flop.
And I think it was until like maybe a couple minutes later, he came back, and he's like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need an ambulance, right?" And in my mind, like I knew an ambulance is like really expensive, so I'm like, "No, just like take me back to the office."
No, just call an Uber. Just call an Uber.
That's what I did. I called an Uber.
It's like in college.
I came back to the office. They gave me like some chips, and there was like a Harris Teeter nearby. So they were like, "Are you okay? Can you go get some like orange juice or whatever that helps?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So like I was still feeling dizzy. My blood pressure was insanely. It was really low or really high. I think it was like insanely low. Like it was unbelievably low, like dangerously low. So I think once I was like, they saw my blood pressure return back to normal. They're like, "Okay, if you feel bad, come back. Just go get that orange juice and then go get that Uber home." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." I called my older brother. He's like, "No, I got work. Deal it."
Oh my God!
Wow, I have work.
I think the only like awkward dentist thing that I've ever experienced is that when I had braces, the dentist's son had a crush on me, so he would just like watch me as his dad would be like digging his hands in my mouth.
Oh, no. That's a
little awkward.
He was a bit of an odd kid, but
I see.
Like
that must have been really freaking awkward.
I feel like at some point you should have said like at some point there's got to be like a line, be like, dude, stop staring at my open mouth.
But what
man.
are you supposed to do? You're at the mercy of the dentist.
I can't say like anything mean to him because his dad is like his dad can just like mess up my mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah. May I tell my my really interesting hand story from 2000? Okay, so everyone who does not know me, one of my fun facts is I got a massive scar along my left hand. And I got it back in 2010, and it was because I wanted to carve something for my babysitter, April. And it was her 16th birthday, and I was like, all right, I gotta make this big. I've seen too many Disney movies. I've seen Surf's Up. I know how to carve wood, and I know it's going to be great.
Surf's Up.
What I asked 3 words that any mother, if you ask your parents, they're probably going to say, you're going to see them go pale. 3 words that my mother probably did not want to hear. Where can I find a knife?
Where can I find a knife? It's like that Vine where it's like, hey, what do you have in your hand? A knife! No!
And so I was like, okay. She said no to the knife. Plot hole. Or, not plot hole. Loophole. Scissors.
Oh, no.
Scissors. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
She didn't respond, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to find the scissors myself. If she's not going to do it, I'll do it myself. And so I grabbed like a pair of like yellow and red like children's safety scissors that you find in like a 2nd grade craft box. And they were janky looking too, like they weren't looking good. And so I sat down with my little block of like 2x4 wood and just went to town on this piece of wood. I didn't know how to carve. I had no carpentry experience with this whatsoever. I was like 3rd grade, maybe, I think. I don't remember specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But I was young and I was stupid. So my mom looks across the table and just goes, Drake, yeah, Mom, stop carving toward yourself. And so the reason I was carving toward myself was because I was getting these nice little curves, and I was like, okay, according to the movie, if I get these nice little curves, I'm doing something right?
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently everything in animation is correct. According to the 3rd grade
Believe everything you see on TV.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Mom, I'm fine. Drake, stop carving toward yourself. Mom, I'm fine. Drake, stop carving toward yourself. Mom, I'm fine. And so 5 seconds later,
you are not fine.
The scissors decide to take a dive into my hand and go straight across. I yank it out.
Oh.
And I start crying. This is super painful. This I learned a little like couple nights ago. And so another story on that here real fast. So my mom was an EMT at one point. So she's like, okay, take a deep breath, go to the bathroom, grab a washcloth, put pressure on it. If you don't put pressure on it, you're going to bleed out. And I was like, okay, cool. So while crying and thinking I'm going to die, I do my best to get pressure on this thing and make sure that I'm not going to die. My mom calls up the other EMTs. She ends up calling up my best friend at the time's dad, saying, hey, we can't get into the ambulance because I got a wheelchair. Can we use your car? We get to the hospital. It's fine. I'm pretty sure I went into shock at that point. And my mom we got into the EMT room. They started like stitching me up. I was thrashing. I was crying. They gave me no anesthesia. I was 9 years old. No anesthesia. And they had to do stitches inside of my hand. I got 13 stitches. And it was like 5 on the inside on 8 on the outside. My mom was holding my bad hand, like just trying to hold it down, and I'm like shaking, I'm crying. The doctor, the audacity of this man.
The audacity.
Was like, hey, yeah, if you cut any deeper, you would have actually probably bled out by now. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh my. That is like, you should not be saying that to a 9-year-old.
Yeah. And so now, and as we were heading out, like apparently, like another kid was suffering like a broken arm or something, and he was crying, and my mom was like wheeling out next to me. It was like, it seems like someone else is having a bad day. It was like, Mom, I just cut my hand open. You serious right now? You really want to pull that card? And so, second story of Drake being a dummy. A couple nights ago, actually, no one knows about this. At least no one in this group knows about this. I was cutting some wood. I had a model due, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get some work done. Oh, I am shaking. Woohoo! It's super cold right now. So I was cutting on my lap, and I was like, okay, I got a nice little X-Acto knife. All the blades are sharp. It's great. I'm doing well. And the knife slips off the piece of wood and nicks my leg. Nick is actually kind of deep. It starts bleeding. Keep in mind, it's a sharp blade. Sharp blades mean less pain.
Yes, that is
true. So I look down at my leg. I'm not freaking out. And I can see like actual muscle underneath. I can just see my skin and then muscle. And I was like, dude. So that's what the inside of my leg looks like. Cool. That's not a normal reaction.
No. That's how I reacted at the vet. Like, most people are like horrified. There's literally like a dog in front of you with its guts out, and I'm just like, huh. Spleen is purple.
Oh my God.
Spleen is purple.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, so I was like, so that's what the inside of my leg looks like. That's actually kind of cool. And I look over at my roommate, just like, hey man, do you know where the first aid kit is? Is this normal? Should I be like in more pain? What am I supposed to be doing here? And she's like, oh yeah, first aid kit's under the sink. And I'm just like, my leg's bleeding out. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Am I just the Hulk now or something? Am I dead? Am I just a ghost? I'm walking around dead?
You're dead.
And so I hobble over to my other roommate's room, just like, hey, can you help me out with this? It's bleeding too much. She's like, I'm sorry? What? Yeah, my leg's bleeding out too much. Can you help me out with this? So we get a Band-Aid on this thing. It bled through the Band-Aid.
Oh my God. Wait, question. Did you walk to the roommate's room?
Yeah.
Just like no biggie, got a gash in your leg, just like
just walk it off. Just walk it off.
Just walk it off.
Literally, that's what I did. I just had some like pressure put on it, and I was like walking it off like it was fine. It was so weird, and I was like, okay, so either my pain tolerance has gone up, or that's a super sharp blade. And that was
just weird things to keep you alive.
Either that, or I'm just a dead human walking.
Drake zombie confirmed.
Drake's a zombie. Let's go.
New conspiracy.
It's 2020. 2020. Make Drake a zombie again.
Again? Again?
Oh my God.
Do you have something you need to tell us?
I think that was pretty self-explanatory.
I believe so.
Welcome to Insert University. We're insane, we're tired, and we eat stress for breakfast.
Wow.
So any university then?
Not my university.
Just normal university?
All right. So, I'm looking at the timer right now, and it's about that time for the end of the podcast. Woo!
All right.
Episode 1.
Yay.
Thank you everybody so much for listening in. It means a lot to us. And of course, content on Pixyl Studios has been brought to you in part by the viewers, just like you. Thank you. Bye-bye.